What? What? Emily, are you making fun of my boyfriend? No, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just worried about you, Molly. But you said that on the assumption that he would quit his job, didn't you? Doesn't it mean you're making fun of him? I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have reported anything to you. Have a great day. Emily! Hi, Molly. I'm sorry I offended you the other day. It's been bothering me. It's fine. Anyway, we've decided on a date for the wedding. Really? That's great. Of course you'll be there, right? Of course. So, when's the wedding? I'll have to put it on the schedule. October 11th. What? October 11th? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. It's his birthday. We thought it'd be nice to celebrate our wedding on the same day. We decided on his birthday because there was an opening at the wedding hall on that day. That's terrible. You didn't forget that day, did you? Huh? It's the day of Jason's memorial service, my son. Was it? Well, I guess our wedding and the memorial service happened to be coincidence. But all the relatives are coming to the wedding. What? Well, think about it. Which is more important? My nephew who already passed away? Or our wedding? You understand, don't you? I understand that, but I also wanted to attend your wedding. Can't you change the date? That's impossible. I've already made the reservation. His birthday is still the same. Even if I try to change the date, I'm not sure when we can reserve the wedding hall. And besides, if we change the date now, it would be bad for all the relatives, wouldn't it? Well, then I can't attend. I have to mourn for Jason. I see. If that's the way it is, then there's nothing we can do. But as expected, my brother will be there, right? Well, he was very concerned about the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. I think he probably feels the same way as I do. I can't believe that. I don't really care whether you attend or not, but I hope he will attend. I'll talk to him, but it seems that my father is going to pay for the whole thing. It's going to be a gorgeous wedding. I've also asked him to provide a few dishes from our restaurant. I'm sure my relatives will be very happy. Too bad you won't be able to attend. I'm Jason's mother. I want to mourn him for sure. Your father and all the relatives said they would come for the memorial service. If it weren't for my wedding, they would have gone. But I'm sure they'll all attend the wedding. Because no matter how you look at it, a wedding is more dreamy than the memorial service. Above all, we have a future, don't we? That's terrible. You don't have to say it like that. I don't think Jason wanted to go to heaven either. He lived his life to the fullest. But now that he's gone, and our successor is gone... Molly, can we not talk about that right now? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's always the same thing. We'll have a baby, so don't worry about the successor. What? I know you and my brother plan to take over Father's historic restaurant. I won't let you do that. Molly, what are you talking about? We are not trying to take over the restaurant. Adam said he's going to succeed his father without a doubt. He's been training hard to be an heir to his father. And now, he's finally getting his father's approval. I've seen Adam struggle. So he is going to be the successor. Well, even if it's okay with Adam, I'm sure the next successor after that will be my child. Huh? My father adores me, and I'm sure he'll adore my kid too. Well, that's after the wedding. It'll happen eventually, so keep that in mind. Your plan fell apart when Jason passed away. That's really awful.
Emily, I know I'm late, but I have a little research meeting from now.
Really? Well, don't work too hard.
Yeah, I can only do it after the store closes. I'll have to work hard, since you've been working hard for us.
But don't push yourself too hard.
What's going on? I usually get longer replies from you. Is something wrong?
It's just, I got a text from Molly. She said the wedding has been decided.
Yeah, my dad's going to pay for it all. It's going to be a very lavish wedding. Thanks to her, we're getting some extra work too. Well, it's my sister's wedding, so it's all good.
I know.
Emily, what's wrong?
Her wedding is on October 11th.
What? Isn't that the same day as Jason's memorial service?
Yes, it is. It happens to be her fiancé's birthday, and she wants to have the wedding on the same day.
What the heck? That's not good. I'm not going to the wedding.
I told her you probably wouldn't go. But she said you, your father, and all your relatives will come to the wedding.
What is she talking about? Does Dad know about this?
I don't know about that, but whatever it is, I won't attend her wedding. On Jason's memorial service, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah, me too. I won't attend either.
And you know what? She also said her child will take over the restaurant in the future.
Huh?
She said she'll definitely have a boy.
Oh my goodness. How much more is she going to annoy you? Anyway, don't worry about Molly. Just go ahead with the preparations for Jason's memorial service. I'm counting on you.
Okay. Hey, Emily, it's been a while. Hi, Molly. Wedding preparations are going well. I'm sorry it fell on the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. Poor Emily, not being able to attend such a beautiful wedding. You planned it on October 11th on purpose, didn't you? Hey, that's so rude of you. Who do you think you are? What? The whole reason you married my brother in the first place was so you could take over my father's restaurant, wasn't it? Huh? If my brother becomes the owner and manager of the restaurant, you'll have an easy life, won't you? And you'll be the wife of a head chef without working. You thought you were going to have such an easy life, didn't you? I've never thought of it like that. I've seen Adam training hard to be a chef. He's trying to take over the goodwill that his father has carefully protected. I was attracted to his passion. It's kind of dramatic, isn't it? And his father also has a lot of trust in him. I've seen him give Adam lots of advice. Sometimes he even scolded severely. But Adam got through those times. Now they've become good partners and working in the kitchen. If there's anything I can do to help, I'd like to support him. I'll even help out when I have to. See? I knew you were trying to take over. I'm not going to let you take over my father's restaurant. I'm telling you, I don't think like that at all. Maybe it's a good thing that such a despicable brother and sister-in-law can't attend the wedding. Please go to the memorial service or whatever. If you want, you don't have to come back to our house. That's not going to happen. Adam is my husband. I will live with him no matter what. Ah, yes. But as expected, you can't take over after Adam. Jason is gone, so my child will take over. I'm sure my father, who's thinking of who is going to take over the restaurant, is looking forward to my wedding too. The future owner of the restaurant will be born. Well, if that's what your father wants, so be it. You've pushed yourself too hard. You won't be able to attend the wedding, and there's no one to take over. Well, then your plan is ruined, isn't it? So, is that all you have to say? What? You suddenly sound like you don't care. Molly, is that all you have to say? I'm looking forward to the day. Huh? If that's all, I'll end the text. I'm busy, you know. Hey, Emily, what's this all about? Huh? What's wrong, Molly? It's your wedding today, isn't it? You did this, didn't you? Did what? All my relatives are absent. Oh, they're all here for Jason. I'm so sorry. What do you mean? Well, I asked your father about what we should do about Jason's memorial service and your wedding. Then, your father said he would attend the memorial service. In the end, all the relatives came as well. Why? I thought they would all come to my wedding. A wedding is much more glamorous than a Buddhist memorial service, isn't it? It seems your father didn't think your marriage was good. Why? He asked your fiancé whether he was interested in helping out the restaurant. He replied, "I'm not interested." What? He said he wanted to live a comfortable life and earn money without working. But isn't that what everyone wants? It's better to live comfortably, of course. That's why you married my brother, right? That's not true. I'm not interested in having a comfortable, easy life. Your father and Adam cherish their restaurant. Many customers coming to the restaurant that your father and Adam love so much is good enough. Again? You're talking so nicely. My father paid for my wedding. Doesn't that mean he approves of our marriage? Your father didn't think so. What? He'll pay for the entire wedding and let you have your way. He meant that he doesn't want you to have anything more to do with him or the restaurant. That's a lie, isn't it? Since your father feels that way, he had to tell his relatives. He told everyone. Then, they decided to cancel the wedding and come to the memorial service. How is that possible? It's a shame that none of the relatives came to the wedding. I guess it can't be helped, can it? Huh? Isn't this the result of you doing whatever you want? That's impossible. It's not too late. You have to convince everyone to come to my wedding. I can't do that. Why not? Because you knew the date of Jason's memorial service and deliberately set the wedding on that day, didn't you? And your father and all your relatives were very angry about that. I don't think they'll be attending your wedding. Don't be silly. You're my relative and you disrespected my wedding. Why would they prioritize your son's memorial service? Is that even okay with my brother? My wedding is about to be a disaster. And yet, you're still trying to prioritize your son's memorial service? That's because he was my beloved son. He's been thinking about this day for a long time. His feelings should only be towards Jason. That can't be true. My brother has always loved me. He would definitely be on my side. Fine, I'll call him myself. I'll ask him to divorce you. That's what you're going to do. If he really wants to do that, then I will, because I love him with all my heart. I'll do whatever he says. You said that. Remember that. Hey, Adam. My wedding is in trouble because of Emily. Help me.
Help? What am I supposed to help you with?
Because your wife keeps telling lies. Father or any of our relatives are not coming to the wedding. Now tell them to attend the wedding.
That's what everyone is doing on their own. It's not Emily's fault. How can you say such a terrible thing?
Who's the terrible one here? That woman is trying to take over Father's restaurant. So when I tried to cut her out, she went on doing something nonsense. Adam, I think you should divorce that woman.
Wait a minute. Why is Emily taking over the restaurant? Why should we get a divorce?
So that you can win alone. If she takes over the restaurant and becomes the owner, she can enjoy herself and get rich. Who's going to let her do that? Get a divorce, Adam.
Are you serious? If you're being serious, I won't forgive you. Someone like you who's playing around and being selfish can never understand Emily.
What?
Ever since I decided to take over from Father's restaurant, I can't ruin the restaurant that Father has been protecting. From now on, it's not just for our repeating customers, but also as a place for foreign tourists to dine. I decided to reform the restaurant for the future. Emily visited many restaurants to study how to run such restaurant.
Emily did that?
That's right, and she trained the staff herself so that they can deal with foreigners. Thanks to her, we now have more customers and the restaurant is even more crowded.
That's a lie. That woman just wanted to take over the restaurant and be successful.
You still say that? My father encouraged Emily to become the proprietress because of her ability to handle things. But she turned him down. If she wanted to take over the restaurant, she wouldn't have refused, would she? She really wanted to protect the restaurant, so she worked very hard to do so. And she succeeded.
I can't believe that.
It's no wonder Father trusted her so much. She's not a party girl like you. You're the one who's trying to take over the restaurant. Emily's not like someone who brings in a guy from who knows where and tries to take over the restaurant.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to take over.
But I heard you told Emily that your child will take over the restaurant. Don't be ridiculous. To the children of people who don't care about restaurant in any way, there's no way I'd let you take over this place.
Then what's going to happen if I have a child?
I don't know. It's your kid, so you can raise it however you want. At least, I don't think Father would accept your child as his successor, because he's fed up with you.
Huh?
Bringing in some freelancer or something. Marrying a man who can't even greet properly. He doesn't want a guy who can't even say hello and make him pay for everything. He's going to break off the relationship with you after the wedding.
Break off the relationship? That's not going to happen.
And by the way, I'm going to break off the relationship with you too. I don't want to be with someone who disrespects my son's memorial service, makes wedding plans. Well, at best, you're going to have to live with him for the rest of your life. Have a wonderful life.
Hey, Adam, wait a minute. Hey, Emily? Yes? Did you have a convincing talk with Adam? Emily, please convince everyone. I can't stand the thought of none of my relatives being here. If you can convince everyone, I'm sure they'll attend. Please? Molly, I'm sorry. Today is a very important day for me. the day Jason passed away. So I can't think of anything else but Jason. I want to mourn him with all my heart and reassure him in heaven. So I can't think about the wedding. Of course, I'm so grateful to everyone who came to the memorial service. But thanking them is all I can do. Don't say that! It's my wedding day, the most important day of my life. Who wouldn't want to make happy memories? That's why I asked you to change the date. But you didn't even try, did you? On top of that, you said something horrible about me taking over your father's restaurant. Even if there wasn't a memorial service, I'm not a person who is capable enough to accept such a request from you. You're the only person I can rely on. My father and brother have cut me off from them. What? It's a big deal to cut you off, isn't it? But that's what you deserve. It's so disgusting that you put a wedding on the same day as your nephew's memorial service. You better be very sorry for what you did today. Emily, please! The reception is about to start. It's not too late. I just finished Jason's memorial service, and I'm on my way to visit his grave now. I'm busy, so I'll leave you with this. Molly, I hope you and your husband are happy together. Emily! In the end, Molly's goal was to take over her father's restaurant, and she planned her wedding on the same day as Jason's memorial service in order to get rid of me. But that plan fell apart. The wedding with no relatives was horrible. Even after the marriage, they never got a decent job. Molly has been working part-time to make a living. Recently, I heard that her husband cheated on her and left the house while she was at work. It sounds like a messy marriage, but that's none of my business. I have just found out that I am pregnant with our long-awaited second child. I don't care about succeeding the restaurant. Anyway, I sincerely hope that the baby will be born healthy and safely. Of course, Adam and my father-in-law feel the same way.
Hey, Liam. Do you have a second to talk real quick?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. My lunch break just started, so I should have a while that I can talk. What's up, Ashley?
Well, it's just about your mom, actually. She came over to the house again today.
Did she really? Man, my mom must have really taken a liking to you, huh, Ash?
I'm not sure if that's what I'd call it, per se.
Oh, really? You think so? But I feel like she comes over several times a week, doesn't she? Actually, I'm really happy that you and my mom have gotten along so well.
Right, well, that's just kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. The thing is that your mom and I really aren't on all that friendly of terms with each other.
Wait, really? You don't think that my mom likes you? What makes you say that?
Well, she comes over to the house early in the morning and your mom just has a lot of things to say about me in the house while she's over.
What kind of things does she say to you?
She tells me that I'm not cooking well enough for you, or in general. I'll serve her lunch and then she'll tell me that it tastes awful. Then, when I'm trying to do chores around the house, she'll follow me around, but she never ever helps me. She just criticizes how I'm doing them.
Oh, well, is that it? That doesn't sound too bad to me. It sounds to me like she just wants to help you do things around the house even better than you're already doing them. I would just think of this as free training from a real pro at housekeeping.
So you're saying that all of that sounds totally normal to you then?
Yeah, I mean, back when married couples would live with their husband's parents, I feel like it was the job of the mother-in-law to make sure the wife was doing a good job. But now that we're living apart, it makes sense that she would come over more often to see how you're doing. It's not like she's doing any of this to be mean or to bully you, I just think that she wants to teach you a bit about the married life.
I guess that kind of makes sense, but the way she talks to me makes me feel like she doesn't think I know how to take care of the house at all.
You think so? But I think you're doing a great job. I mean, my mom probably has much higher standards for how a house should be run, of course, but there's nothing wrong with learning from someone with more experience, right?
I don't think so either, but having her come over almost every day this week to do that is just really starting to bother me. I mean, I don't have time to sit there and redo the same chore over and over again. I have my own schedule that I want to keep.
A schedule? What are you talking about? You're a housewife whose only job is to keep the house clean. What schedule could you possibly have?
That isn't true at all, Liam. I have a lot of things that I want to get done every single day. Besides, you know that I'm trying to get my craft shop off the ground so that I can make a little money from home. I just feel like I haven't had any time to put into that at all lately.
Sure, you don't have time for that now, but this is all just temporary. I'm sure that my mom will get bored of coming over so often, and then you'll have the whole house to yourself again, okay? Besides, that little craft thing is more like a hobby for you now, right? So it's okay to prioritize what your actual job is, don't you think?
Well, when you put it like that, I just wish that she didn't come over so often is the thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think that this is just my mom's way of getting closer to you. I mean, it isn't like she's doing anything that bad when you think about it, right?
It's not so bad in small doses, but when she comes over every day like this, it really starts to grind on my patience.
I know, but you just gotta keep at it. Think of this as a really good way for you to learn about how to be the best that you can be from a real pro. You got this! And if you do it right, then my mom would have less reason to come over and bother you so much.
But that isn't the point! Do you really not care at all that I'm bothered by this, Liam?
Of course I'm concerned that this bothers you, but ever since my dad died, my mom has been really lonely. And she's my mom, so you know that I have to take her side given the circumstances. So maybe just try and be a little kinder to her, okay?
I think that I'm already being really kind, Liam.
I know, but just try and get along with her, okay? I don't want to end up having to choose between you and my mom. I don't think that you'd like it much if I asked you to tell your parents to stop coming around so much, right?
But it's not the same. My parents aren't the ones coming to the house all the time. And you're not the one having to deal with all of this on your own.
Great, well, I'm glad this is what you want to take up my lunch break talking about. I'm gonna go and try to eat with what little appetite I have left after this.
So you're just going to go away and not try and address the problem at all?
Just get over yourself and try to be friendly with my mom, okay? You're her daughter-in-law now, so start acting like it.
Hey, Liam, are you on your way home? I thought you said that you were going to try and get back here a little earlier, remember?
Oh, right, I completely forgot. That's my bad. Some people from work invited me out drinking, and I said yes. So I won't be back for dinner or anything like that.
But I've already made dinner for us both.
Ah, shoot, sorry about that. You can just put my portion in the fridge, and I'll bring it for lunch to eat it later or something.
Well, did you at least tell your mom what we talked about last month? I thought that you were going to come home early so that you could tell me how that talk went.
Oh, right, I was gonna talk to my mom about all that stuff tomorrow.
Liam, what's the matter with you? Not only have you not talked to your mom, but you broke your promise about coming home early. I am seriously starting to reach my limit with dealing with your mom. And when you do come home and I do try to talk to you about this, you say that you're tired and go straight to bed.
Right, well, I mean, what do you want me to do? You think that I want to stay up just to hear the same old complaints?
Liam, are you being serious right now? I'm not just complaining, I'm being serious with you. All I'm asking is for you to listen to me and talk to your mom. I'm not trying to start any drama or fights, but this is a serious issue for me. You do know that she's here right now, don't you? And she threw away the dinner that I made and served her. Not only that, but then she went into the bedroom and started going through our drawers. How am I supposed to live like this?
Well, if she threw your food away, it was probably because it wasn't very good, right? And I don't get what's wrong with her going into our room. Maybe she was just trying to tidy it up for us.
Liam, do you think I've ever made anything that tasted so bad that it couldn't be eaten and had to be thrown away?
I don't know, I don't keep track of everything you've ever cooked.
Okay, well, what about this? Your mom took some of my clothes and cut them up because she said that she needed more rags to clean with. She cut up my clothes! That she took out of my drawers!
Okay, so it sounds to me like she just wanted to recycle and didn't want to spend money on new clothes to wipe stuff down with.
But some of these were new clothes!
Well, you know my mom. She's the frugal kind, and she doesn't really like spending all that much money on fancy clothes. Maybe she was just trying to tell you that you don't gotta think about all that stuff when you're married, you know? I told you that she's just teaching you on how to be a better wife, right?
Are you kidding me right now? How can you be taking her side in this?
Okay, well, take the skirt you like wearing, right? I don't think that my mom ever wore a skirt like that after she got married. I think that she's just not used to how your life is supposed to change after you get married. But you shouldn't fight this, you should be going with it.
This is just... Liam, I can't believe that you're actually saying this kind of stuff to me. I don't see why I shouldn't be allowed to have nice things just because I'm married now.
Well, my mom has a lot of experience in this, okay? I know you might think she's from a different generation, but if she's made it this far, then something must have worked, right?
I just wish that she would take my needs and my wishes into consideration too.
You're just being selfish. Don't you get that? I mean, is wearing a skirt really that important to you?
This isn't about skirts or clothing or individual things like that. The problem is much bigger than that, and I'm amazed that you can't see what I mean. Do you have any idea just how patient I've been this whole time?
Are you sure you're being patient? Because I think you're pretty fast to complain about anything my mom does to me.
That's because your mom is causing problems and you're not helping me do anything about it. You told me that you want your mom and I to get along, right? Well, that's not just on me. It's on your mom, too.
No, you're just blowing this all out of proportion, though. I don't think my mom is really doing anything that bad. She's just always liked things done a particular way for a long time now, and she just wants to teach you how to do it that way too. I think that you're not being open enough to change, and that maybe you should show a bit more humility.
Did you know that your mom told me that she wished you and I had never gotten married? She said she made a mistake ever letting us think that this would work out.
Oh, she probably only said that because you've been arguing with her so much. Maybe if you just let my mom have her way, she wouldn't have to say things like that.
I really just don't even know what to say to you anymore. We've had the same conversation over and over again.
Well, if you don't think anything has changed, then why don't you try to be the change that you want to see, huh? And stop complaining all the time about my mom, because frankly, I'm getting sick of it.
So you don't care at all that your mom and I have these problems and they're only going to get worse? I thought that I could count on you to take my side in this, Liam.
I don't see why you're so intent on dragging me into this drama that you have with my mom. I don't want to be in the middle of any of this.
Of course not! You'd rather just be out drinking with your friends, right?
Alright, that actually reminds me, I'm gonna be out of town next week for a business trip.
Oh, really? Is that so?
Don't you start with me, Ashley. I thought you'd be happy to hear this. I'll be out of the house for a week, so you can take it as a chance to reset. I thought maybe you could go to your parents' house and stay with them for a bit.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I will do that.
Yeah, perfect. Go to your parents, relax, don't worry about anything. And then when you come back, be ready to make friends with my mom. Remember, you are her daughter-in-law whether you like it or not, right?
I guess so, Liam. I guess so. I guess it'll give me a while to think about how to deal with her at the very least.
Yeah, hey, Ashley, did you call me? Sorry, I was on the phone with the client and I couldn't really pick up. Is everything okay? Yeah, I really would have picked up, but it was a really important call. What did you want to talk about?
I have something really important to say and you should have picked up.
Something more important than work? I'd be very surprised at that.
It's about your mom. She's dead.
Wait, what? What do you mean? How can she be dead?
I mean that your mom died. She kicked the bucket. She's floating down the river Styx.
I don't understand. My mom is really dead? Is this some kind of joke? Do you think this is funny? We're gonna have a talk about this when I get back home, okay? You can't just drop this on me. What's going on here?
What's going on is that your mom is really truly dead. I never thought that I'd feel happy at someone's passing, but all I can say is, woohoo!
What's the matter with you? How can you react like this to my mom's passing? Crap, I have another call coming to me right now. I'll do this call and then I'm going straight back home, got it? You better be there.
Nope. I'm still at my parents' and I don't think I'll be going home at all.
You horrible woman! What is the matter with you? You're just sick if this is how you're acting. How can you be laughing and joking at your husband's mom dying? I never want to see you ever again.
Well, when you do get home, be careful. Your mom might still be there. I guess it was some neighbor that found her.
Well, what happened? How did she die?
I have no idea. I just know that she texted me to come back home.
And you just left her there and now she's dead? I'll leave you for this, okay? You killed my mom! Don't bother showing up to the funeral. Ashley, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about what, Liam?
For everything up until now, okay? All of it.
Come on, and spit it out. Tell me just what exactly you're sorry about.
Well, my mom is alive.
Yeah, no duh.
Wait, you mean that this whole time you knew she was alive?
Well, when the neighbor called me about finding your mom, it wasn't a voice that I recognized, and the voice wouldn't tell me what happened. Not to mention that I had just gotten back to my parents' house, so I wasn't about to go back and figure out what seemed like a scam.
But why didn't you tell any of that to me? You know that I had to cancel my business meeting to get back home as fast as I could. I even told my boss that my mom died.
You're saying all this is my fault? Wasn't it your mom's for lying about being dead in the first place?
Well, I guess, but you could have said something.
Shut up, Liam. Don't even try to put this on me. I've signed my half of the divorce papers, so let's just get this over with.
But can't we just wait and talk this out?
What is there to wait for?
Well, I'm in the hospital right now.
Why on earth are you in the hospital right now?
Because my mom dug a hole in front of the house to try and trap you when you came back home. I fell into it and broke my ankle.
Your mom booby-trapped our house. What in the world is her problem? Why would she do something like that?
Please, I'm so sorry about everything. I should have taken your side from the very start.
You're right. You should have. Just how many times did I tell you about this? But you never ever listened to me at all.
I know, I thought that you were being dramatic or something.
Well, this is what you get for not listening to your wife this whole time. I talked to you about this over and over again, and you never once took my side in any of this.
So you won't rethink this at all then? Please, I had no idea that my mom was really this bad. Plus, I need a lot of stuff in the house now that I'm here.
Well, I don't really care because you and I are getting divorced. I'll bring you some stuff once, and then you are going to sign the divorce papers, and you and I are over.
You mean you're still gonna get a divorce while I'm stuck like this?
Do you want your stuff or not, Liam?
Okay, I'll sign the papers. I'll send you a list of things later that I need.
After that, I got a message from Liam about the things from home that he wanted me to bring to him while he was in the hospital. It was a long list. But I made sure to bring the signed divorce papers along, too. He cried in the hospital and begged me not to leave him, but I wasn't having any of it. I told him I had his stuff in my car and that I would only ever go and get it for him if he signed. It wasn't long before the neighbors learned about what happened, not least of all because of the hole in front of our front door. They told my husband that they didn't want such a person coming into their neighborhood anymore. As for Liam, he couldn't believe how he'd been betrayed by his mom and told her that he never wanted to see her again. Thank you for watching! If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.